What's up, YouTube? Eli back at it again. Today I just wanted to talk about why the Bible is set to destroy the community. Now, this is gonna be a sensitive topic, like I talked about in the other video. But once you realize that the Bible is here to distract you, you won't give a fuck about none of this shit, bro. Because we are sun people, melanin. We are melanin people. This word black, this is the color black. We're not black. We're brown melanin people. We breathe in the same, everybody. We breathe in the same air as trees. Carbon dioxide. You look at our fingers. You cut a tree open. You see the same outlook on the trees that you see in our fingers. Even our blood vessels. You see it on the tree roots, you know? Even our lungs. They got the same kidney beans. It looks like our kidney. And that help, and when you eat that, it helps out your kidney. You know, everything, bro. Everything, bro. Fruits and vegetables are what we're really supposed to be eating. When you eating meat, you're taking on that dark energy, whether it was a positive animal or was it a dark animal. Because animals have spirits too. Animals are conscious too. Animals live their own life too. They have a family too, you know. But once you eat meat and once you take in another emotion of an animal, that's when you depress. That's why you think you all got all this negative energy and bad thoughts and depression and fucking anxiety, bro, because you're eating meat and it's parasites in them. All them worms and all them parasites that's in them pork and pigs and stuff like that. We're not made to eat that. You think our ancestors from the African days was eating that? No. But they would tell y'all what we were before slavery. Well, no, not before slavery, because they don't even mention that. They won't even tell you that we were royalty and we were gods. They will not tell you that. But what they will tell you is we got beaten, we were enslaved, We're still enslaved, you know, still to this day. We get some money in our pocket, some black people. We get money in our pocket. We spend it immediately on drugs, weed. That's why we're addicted so much. That's why we get addicted faster, and it's harder for us to get off drugs more, because we have a purpose. You know, all black people, we have a purpose, you know. And once we get off drugs and just be completely sober, we could fuck up anything, bro. We could run this society if we really wanted to. And we did at one point until the ice people, aka Europeans, came and took this over, you know. It was no such thing as white people back then. You know, this might be a sensitive topic and might sound racist or something, but it's not racist at all. You know, it was no such thing back in the day as white people. You know, they were made in the mountains by the Anunnaki, or what y'all call Jesus or God. Really, the Anunnaki. That's what the Egyptians wrote. You look at all the things that Egyptians used to write on the walls back in the day. It will tell you everything about that you need to know. What you see all the time, the Egyptian gods, the pharaohs, they always have a dog over their head. God backwards is dog, but they misconstrued that. There's no such thing as a God. It's a higher being, and the universe is our God, and the sun is our God. The sun is where everybody goes, you know. But the Egyptian days, they told y'all the truth. We used to meditate back then. We used to sun gaze back then. We used to be conscious back then. We used to could read people's mind. We still can to this day. You know, we have superpower. We still can read energy. You know, we had frequency back then. Like I told y'all in my last video, music is everything. You know, once you turn on some negative music like YB, some aggressive YB, now you're angry. Now you want to go slide on somebody. Now you want to go do something bad. You know, but really when you meditate and get with your higher self and get right with your soul, because we're just souls living in this human experience. You're probably watching this video, you probably 18, 21, but really your soul has been here for years, thousands of years, you know? And once you don't accomplish that goal and your purpose, you will reincarnate back here. In this, there's no such thing as a hell or a heaven. I mean, it is a heaven, but I mean, it's not called heaven, you know? Who you think made that word? It was all made by a human who didn't experience that, you know? It was all made by a human who didn't experience that. If you really want to know what happens after that, You got to ask the people who already done it, and we can't. It's impossible. You got to really go and really do that to really experience that, you know? So we as people think we know it all from a book, you know? And it's physically impossible for a man to walk on water. What walks on water every time when you see it? The sun. The sun reflects on everything. A car, might be me. You know, I walked out into the sun, my skin is glowing, it's reflecting on me. You know? You look at the sun right now. It gives you energy. You know, what does that tell you? It gives you happy. You see so many people who believe in this book, they're miserable. You know, I even seen it. My family members, they're miserable and like they can't pay bills, they can't get money, they can't do nothing but, you know, we praise it and we love it so much, you know. And sorry I got up, you know, good. But you see so many people praising this book when really I read through the whole thing and I know it's a lie. I know that it's a lie, you know. And once you take that in and just get right with your higher self and start meditating to some 32 hertz music or to any kind of meditation music that's not demonic, you're gonna travel through depths of your mind, bro. It's gonna be vivid. You know, hold on, I'm here with my friend and I'm just asking him something. Have you ever meditated before? Like meditated, like, you need to, bro. It's powerful, bro. You could, like, bro, what I'm telling y'all right now, you need to meditate, bro. Like you could see vivid things in your mind, bro. Like I seen a beach with just trees, pearly trees, and this was in 2020, by the way, before my situation that happened in my family. I don't want to get too in depth in that, but you know, I used to try to astral project, and astral projection is very real. You know, you could travel outside your body as a soul, and you could have an out-of-body experience through astral projection. You know, and it was very real. I had tingles through my chest. I had tingles on top of my head. It was the third eye. The third eye, I could feel something touching that. You know, and I could feel vibration on my feet. What does that tell y'all, bro? What does that tell y'all, bro? In the Bible, it doesn't tell you that, but the book of Enoch does. The book of Enoch definitely does. But what does Christianity tell us? Christianity has only been here for 2,000 years, and the book of Enoch has been here since 100 BCE, before Christ. You know? And the pharaohs and these characters in the Bible, another reason why we shouldn't be worshiping this Bible, you see all the characters like Noah, all these type of different characters, bro. Where are they gravesite at? You see the Egyptians' gravesite, but where are they gravesite at? You never seen it before. But basically what I'm saying is, y'all, nothing is real, you know. Meditate and get with your higher self, and you'll find out all the information from within, you know. You will find out everything you need to know about yourself from within, your purpose. Because we're, like I said, we're just souls living in a human experience. This is faith, you know. This is faith. But once you get right and start meditating and start getting within, I advise you guys to read the Bible, but don't just base your whole life upon it, you know. Because so many people base their life upon it. We all sin every single day. We all sin. I'm sinning right now, smoking a vape. But you know what? The book of Enoch doesn't talk about that. Nobody talks about that, bro. Why are we sent here? And we didn't even have a choice to come here. We did have a choice. Our souls had a choice to come here. We picked, literally, you know, we picked the life that we had. You know, we picked the family that we wanted to be in. But you know what? And our soul knows who we truly are and who we're gonna be in this physical body. We don't take this body with us when we go. We don't, you know. Just like my grandma was here the next day, she was gone. You know, and this happened recent. This happened last year of December. So what does that tell you? You know, like, what does that tell you? Just go from within. Start meditating, start reading, start researching, you know. A quick research will change your whole outlook, you know. I was once religious. I was once religious and believing in this book, but when I just went within and just start researching it and starting to prove it right to people that this Christianity stuff is real, that's when I realized that, oh shit, it's actually not real. This is all fake, you know. We only see 2 or 3% outside of our eyes, and this is coming out. We only use 3% of our brain. You know, most people not even that, because there's some people who are just like non-common sense. You know, they only using 1%. They're on 1 HP. You know, but we're only using like 2-3% of our brain. Imagine if we had 100% of our brain capacity. You know how much. And imagine if we had opened our chakras up. You know how much powerful us as melanated people and even Caucasian people, you know how much powerful we would be? We'd be so powerful. You know, so basically what this video is about is just everything is a lie, you know, from what the elites tell us, what the news tell us, you know, even about the Epstein files. Why would they put that out there if they didn't want us to know that? You know, it's just a distraction from what's going on. It's a new world. It's a new war that's starting, you know, and it's gonna come. Everything I'm saying right now, just like I predicted the Epstein files, you know, that from coming out, just like I did that. Watch how it's gonna be a new world war. They already talking about it. You seen Putin come over there talking about it's a new world order. Come on now. And it's one government. It's not all these type of different governments. It's not the US government, Russian government. It's one government that's controlling this world. And that's got our people sleep. They don't want us people to open up consciously, you know? That's why I could tell the bots from the real people who have souls and who have a purpose, you know, because when you talk like this, people don't like it because they're asleep. You know, they sleep from all these GMO foods and all this parasite foods. You know, that's why you gotta start eating healthy, bro. Health is key. You know, I need to start doing that shit. I don't got it all figured out now with the GMO food shit, but I need to start doing it. You know, I'm start doing it now. From the alpaca that I just ate, I'm starting to get veggie plates now. That's a big step for me. What we need is fruits. Fruits give you life and energy, and vegetables, they give you life. That's what our ancestors used to eat. We were not made to eat meat and be carnivores, bro. We're not made for that. That fucks up our body. You know that it takes beef 3 days to digest in your body. Some people still have meat stuck in their back, and that's why you have chronic pain. Start eating healthy, bro. The way you eat, why you think it's the term? What you eat is what you are. Facts. Look into that, man. Y'all have to open up your mind and be well with your higher self. Start meditating. Start drinking water a lot. Start eating fruits. Start eating vegetables. Start sun gazing, bro. Do that, bro. Get right and read this. I advise y'all to read this book to see what it's about. But if you want to believe in it, you can. But don't believe in everything, bro, because you're gonna be disappointed once you find out what it truly is. You know, if Epstein and all the billionaires and Donald Trump promotes this book that we love so much, and they just came out for eating babies and children on private islands, even shit, you don't see them talking about it because they know that it's fake. They know that this is just a thing to keep us in fear. They know that this is just a thing to keep us in fear. Why are we in fear of it? Because they tell us when we go it's going to be an eternal fire. If they didn't tell us that, nobody would believe in the religion, bro. Nobody. We would just be out here doing whatever. We would just be in what we were back in the day. Our ancestors. We would be spiritual gods. Open your third eye. Open your chakra. It's the root chakra is what everybody is on. Once you open up your heart chakra, your throat chakra, and your third eye and your crown chakra, you're gonna be in a world of happiness, bro. That is how you cure depression. Just going fast. Just fast. You know, we weren't made to eat 3 times a day. We weren't made to eat 4 times a day. We weren't even made to eat sugar. But, you know, sugar cravings, you know, that's them parasites and them worms living inside your body that's craving that. That's not your brain. That's them parasites telling your brain that you need to eat that. And parasites is 100% real. You guys could research this on Google. All it takes is a Google research, and it's living in over 40 million Americans. Hey, just look at it, man. Hey, like I said, man, y'all get right. Y'all just get in tune with your higher self. Start meditating every day. Start getting in tune with your spiritual self, but also live your life too. Don't base your whole life off of your spirituality, bro. I mean, you could, you should do that, but don't take it as serious, bro. Because at the end of the day, you got a life to live. You know, you got a life to live. Even though you know that it's all propaganda and it's all fake, still live your life. And man, that's the end of this video. Y'all have a nice day. I'm gonna post Pride tomorrow after I'm off work. Peace.